There are many lessons that Sultana and Corbyn can take from Nigel Farage on how to influence national policy. When insurgent parties threaten to split the vote of established parties, there is a huge historical precedent for those parties to adopt the ideas of the insurgents. The most obvious examples come from Nigel Farage, arguably the 21st century's most influential British politician. Influencing the Conservatives from the outside is Farage's bread and butter. Boris Johnson adopted his messaging around a no-deal Brexit and purged Remainers from the party in order to appease the insurgent Brexit party. In return, Farage stood down candidates in Tory seats, leading to a consolidated right-wing vote and a huge Conservative electoral success. And of course, who can forget the rise of UKIP and the Conservative defections which prompted Cameron to call the Brexit referendum. And this influence from the sidelines is not new in British politics. Faced with a threat from the right-wing British National Party in her seat, Labour Junior Minister Margaret Hodge stated that Indigenous Brits have a legitimate sense of entitlement over immigrants. This comment received gushing praise from the BNP, a party which went on to wish its members a white Christmas. Let's move further back in time to 1983, when the Labour Party led by Michael Foot ran on a solid left-wing manifesto. At the election, the party was resolutely defeated by Thatcher's Conservatives. Today, you'll hear this as evidence of how unpopular left-wing policies are in the UK. The thing that actually led to Labour's substantial drop in support, though, was the left-wing vote being split by the newly formed SDP, led by 4 veteran ex-Labour ministers who favoured a more moderate platform. Among these was Roy Jenkins, the man long expected to be the heir to Wilson and Callaghan. This would be like Gordon Brown splitting from Tony Blair's Labour government to form his own party. Of course, the SDP substantially split the Labour vote and caused Michael Foot's successor Neil Kinnock to steer the party towards a much more moderate centrist position, laying the groundwork for New Labour and Blair. We're now seeing established centrist Labour figures in both politics and the media come out in favour of a wealth tax. At the beginning of the year, that prospect seemed hugely unlikely, and I suspect it has a lot to do with their fear that this new party will split Labour's vote. The lesson is to not stop here though. After Farage stood down candidates in 2019, the Brexit party's popularity collapsed, and Farage was reduced to making a living by sending people happy birthday messages.
Wagwan Pifting. What's that? BBM pin.
After he kept going, look at where he is now. Despite the appeal of a Corbyn cameo, I'd much rather the party were a force for left-wing change in the UK.